the offline. Okay, so none of them have come as yet, so I'll just wait for them. Okay. Have you all done the work that you all were assigned last week?
Paragraph writing, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Karmanya, you, Adesh, what about you?
Ma'am, I haven't done.
Why, Adesh?
Ma'am, my exams are going on, so
No,
I
but
didn't
even
get
if you see, listen, it's not something that would consume a lot of time. Just a few lines you had to write. I think if you would sit doing it, it would take you a maximum of 15 minutes, not beyond that. It was not a long essay, Adesh.
Sorry, ma'am.
Do it next time and bring it now. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. Yeah, today I see the results, no? At 5. They are not going to disclose the second assessment marks. No, they won't. They will just give an average, like your first term marks you already know. Now what you will get is the average. What they will get is the average. So yeah, that separately it won't be mentioned. Okay. Where are the other offline students? Are they coming?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Aditya, able to see on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh. We will be doing the session 3. Okay, let's start. Yes, that's what first I want you all to read. Okay. Okay, shall we start, girls? Books nikal lo. And also, I want you all to take out the work that I have given you all last week, which was the word bench, where I had given you all 4 words, right? 4 or 5? 4. Huh. All of you all have done it? Yeah. Here, Aditya's done. Adesh has not done it. Nishi, have you? Okay, Manya? No. Why? Why no? After an entire week, and it wouldn't have consumed more than 15 minutes. It was a small paragraph. It was not a long essay of 300, 400 words. A long essay would take you half an hour. Meaning and how it's used. Okay, even then half an hour. Even if you're searching for the meaning, then in that case, to write, oh, not, that's not too much to ask for after a week's time, no? Okay, Adesh, you could, Adesh has not written. Nishi, you can start.
Ma'am, maybe I'll speak in a while. I'm not well. I'm having the cough again and again. Maybe in a while I'll go next after some.
Okay. Aditya,
Yes, ma'am.
read yours.
Yes, ma'am. My 5 words are aggravate.
No, I had given you 4 words. What 5 words are you saying? The 5 new words that you have learned.
No, ma'am. Yeah, you told us to write down 5 words and make a paragraph with that, right?
No, that's not what I had told. I had given you all 4 words and I had asked you all to write using those 4 words.
Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I think I misunderstood what you said. I wrote 5 new words and I made a paragraph with that.
Okay, fine. Anyways, read that.
Yes, ma'am. My 5 words are aggravate, flabbergasted, apparent, dichotomous, and confiscate. Can I read?
Read.
Yeah. Abhay was aggravated. The apparent betrayal of his sister had flabbergasted the already distressed man. Her dichotomous nature had not been known to him until it was too late. Just until a few weeks ago, their relationship had been smooth as silk. But when he confiscated her drugs, she decided to exact revenge.
Okay. Good. What about you, Karmanya? You had left
Yes.
the class that day, but then you could have seen what was done in class later and done it. Have you
Yes,
done?
I've done the homework.
Very good. Okay, just read it.
So, first of all, bamboozled means cheat. Accolade means award. Ruminate means think deeply. And camaraderie means mutual trust. So, my paragraph
Camaraderie.
is John was bamboozled by his own friend. His friend had broken his camaraderie. John ruminated of taking revenge on his friend, even though John would not be accolade for the same.
Okay. The word is camaraderie.
Sorry.
The word is camaraderie.
Okay.
The word that means mutual trust. Okay. And where that camaraderie word is concerned, you cannot really replace it. Did you see any sentences which have used the word, where the word camaraderie is used?
No.
No, that's why. So your usage there has gone wrong. So look for some sentences and in the next class, make at least 3 sentences using the word camaraderie.
Okay.
Okay, it's not only important to know the meaning, but also how the word is used.
Is camaraderie the abstract noun form of the word comrade?
Yes. Comrade. Okay. So do that for the next class. Manya, you've not done anything, even your own words.
No, ma'am, I searched up the meanings of the 5 words that you gave. That's why I didn't write them down. I didn't write a paragraph down.
Next class I wanted, okay?
Yes, yes.
Adesh, even you. Adesh, Manya, Nishi, all 3. Nishi, if you're going to read it later, fine. Okay, you're now. And 1 minute, 1 minute. Adesh, I am not going to repeat again and again asking you to put your video on. Please
Yes.
keep it on. I will not repeat this again. Please don't make me do that. Don't test my level of patience. Keep your video on and let your face be seen properly. I don't want to see your ceiling. I'm teaching you. Yeah, that's better. Now don't put it off. Okay? Please.
Krishna is my best friend. Kamalati was famous the whole school. She has always been an apprentice and apathetic to me.
Okay, the camaraderie shared by them, you please.
Kamalati
Shared.
by us was famous in the whole school. She has always been an apprentice and apathetic to me. We've been friends for so long, people have thought of losing her uncle's name. Many of my friends have her name she did. Sometimes I just gaze at the sky and reading about her and become just to happen in my life. She not only aggravates me but also acts as a parent in all kinds of adversity. If I could, I would surely upgrade her as a fairest human.
Okay, good. This is how you should do, and that's when you start using it in your community. If you just learn those words, you'll never remember.
Now I can use some other words.
You added words. I'm happy about that. Good. Good. You've gone beyond what I asked you.
I
to do.
thought if I'm learning then why not?
Yes. Good.
It will be so sad.
You seem to have written a very long one. Really?
On a fine day, friends who were friends in childhood and were engaged and shared a great and life.
Camaraderie.
After coming from school, they were reading about an interesting incident which was
They were?
ruminating about an incident, interesting incident which was seen by both of them before a week. They saw that in their nearby house, some people used to do black marketing and used to bamboozle people by selling and manufacturing fake milk by using chemicals. Both of them saw the scene and were shocked and were scared as people was hoping they were having weapons. They were watching this through a window and silently moved to Ram's house. Ram and Sham were scared to tell this about their parents. He still tried and with the confidence he spoke up of the truth, and when the parents also visited the cave to check if the kids are telling the truth. They saw the work happening and informed this to their nearby police station. The police officer accommodated both Ram and Sham for the day. Ram and Sham.
Usage is correct. Nice. Yeah, nice to do this. Transition. Okay, your
I actually found out 18 words.
18. And in that many lines, you've written 18 new words. Oh, you found out just the words, not the paragraph. Now, okay, 18 you found out. Now close your book and tell me those. Let me see maximum what you.
First is blood. Blood means someone, something that is not as appropriate, like we'll not talk to him, he's such a blood. Like something on that. Then weak sauce. Weak sauce. Weak sauce is, for example, this movie is such a weak sauce. It wants something else. Then jeopardizing to spoil something. Like due to the fight, their relationship was jeopardized.
Jeopardize.
Yeah. Then it is anyway. Altruism. It is this couple is the best example of altruism. They are so selfless. Then Roy, Yeah, boy. I don't know. So then the next one.
That you saw. So 3.
Oh, oh my.
You saw that.
Okay,
Okay, chalo, okay, done. Count it. Okay.
then
4 done.
Okay, and I love the biryani from this one, the street food.
Hmm.
Then the for yeah,
So लिखे कितने 18.
80.
And you remember how many? 4. Out of which the last one you were still unsure and still counting.
He hedge. It means physique.
Hence.
Hedge. Like he's tall and he has such a great physique. That is
Hence.
So hedge means to slouch. Yeah. No. Hedge is I am sure of this word. Hedge is to have a great
You
physique.
words है तो कुछ भी नहीं बोल सकती है.
Ma'am,
Verify.
that's right.
Feel verify. No. Hence meaning. Okay. 5. अभी now you are seeing more. Now.
I'm sure उसी ने कहा.
Show करके. Okay. Okay. Now next time, those 5 words, right? Using those 5 words, you make a paragraph. So you learned 8, you wrote 18, but you remembered 5. Now when you use those 5 in a paragraph, you will remember all 5. Okay.
Ma'am, I think I can go now. I just had my syrup.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the first sentence is, he was bamboozled by the con man. The New York Times awards the media industry's highest accolade. There's a
What was the
camera.
sentence? What was the sentence? Second one, the media.
The New York Awards, the New York Awards are the media industry's highest accolade.
Okay. Okay.
Then it's there is a camaraderie within the small groups.
Okay. Camaraderie.
She ruminated for weeks before telling her mother about it.
Okay. Your sentences are correct, Nishi, but you had been asked to make a paragraph with connecting lines.
Ma'am, I cannot really think of a situation where all these words could fit in, so I made different sentences out of it.
No, don't do that. See the others, they have made paragraphs. Okay, so for the next class, you make one single paragraph which connects. Keep some water next to you so that you can drink it. You seem to be quite bad there.
Ma'am, I had fever since the last week, so that's why.
He was gone or still there?
Ma'am, it is there, it comes and goes.
Take care of yourself. Same sentence. That's why I said paragraph, no, because sentences you can still Google and find out. Because the paragraph is looking up for the use of next time she'll write. Okay, today we start with English grammar concepts 3, where we speak about tenses, voice, active, passive, and speech.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, can we use accolade as a verb as well? Like he was accoladed for his work or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I also had a question.
Yes, Aditya.
In the last class, there was an exercise question that was a stain can be removed. Tell him the way.
I didn't get you. Which one? Wait, let me take it there.
The
Or I-
fourth one on the practice question.
fourth one of the combined.
Yeah, the fourth.
The
Stain
fourth
can
one.
be removed. Tell him the way. So I wrote tell him the way in which the stain can be removed. It is the
Yes. Tell him the way in which a stain can be removed is okay. Tell him the way how a stain can be removed is okay. So that's fine. You can. There's no restriction to that.
okay, sir. Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, even the question number 5th part C I added on.
Question number 5, C.
Yes, I had marked not because, and the answer is not that.
Okay, we'll read that para. My mother was both a mother and a father to me. She taught us the right values. Until she passed away, we all looked towards her for support. We were very scared of her. Not because she had a no. See here now, if you use the word because, Karmanya, then there's a full stop at the end. Okay, so if you said not because she had a bad temper or ever hit us, the sentence will be incomplete. Okay.
Okay.
So here, so that's why if you use not that she had a bad temper or ever hit us. Okay, so that would be appropriate. Correct. Easily, right. Okay, anything
Ma'am,
else?
even the question number 6 part D. I think there's no mistake in that.
Yes.
Question number
There's no mistake there. That's correct.
no, but in the answer it is stay at home. But stay home is also right, I think.
A home is also right. Yes. So that's why that's fine. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Let's proceed then. Okay. Using the correct tense of the verb. The verbs need to have the correct form in accordance with the time frame of the events described in the sentences. Okay, we'll proceed to this. Simple tenses. So which are the main forms of tense? You have the present, past, future, continuous, past. Correct. Right. So you have the present, past, future, and then what do you have here? Simple, right? Simple, continuous, perfect. Yes, perfect. And perfect continuous. So let's take a verb. Tell me any verb. Play. 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 Okay. Our verb is play. So simple present. Play. Play or plays. We'll consider the subject to be he. Okay. So we are not confused. So he plays. Here played. Will play. Will play. Continuous. Present continuous. Play. Is play. See, playing will tell you that it's continuous, but present continuous is yes. You need an is there. So is playing. Was playing. Right. Was playing. Will be playing. Perfect. Present perfect.
Have played.
He. So has. If it was they, then you could have said has played.
We take him up. I played present. Perfect.
Played is not present. This tells you that it is present. Okay. So if it was yes, so here this will tell you had. Played will remain the same. And here it will be
Would have played.
yes, would have or will have played. Hmm? Perfect continuous.
Had been.
Yes. Has been played.
Had played.
So this has tells you that it is present. Had been played.
Have been.
Correct. And here this will be will have been played. Okay, here this will have tells you that it is future. So coming to this now. The simple past. The simple past tense is used to talk about actions that happened at a specific time in the past. U form of the simple past of a verb by adding ed at the end of a regular verb. Irregular verb forms are different, right? Like for example, let's take some irregular verb. Read, read. And another one. Sing. Sing for example. Yes. So sing, sang. Sing, sang, will sing. Is singing, was singing, will be singing. Has sung, had sung, will have sung. Has been singing, had been singing, and will have been singing. Those irregular verbs you need to know. Like if it's
Both of them are past tense, sang and sung.
yes, yes. She sang, she had sung. Okay. Irregular verbs are those which are not like this is a regular one. You will have play, playing, played. Whereas irregular verbs behave differently. I'll give you some. See, I will give you some. Bring, for example. Bring, brought. Bought is for buy. The main verb for bought is buy. When you pay something and get it. Whereas bring is brought. Then you're just bringing. You brought your books. You did. We won't say I bought my books unless you purchased it from a shop. So, draw, drew, drawn. Eat, ate, eaten. Then forget, forget, forgot, forgotten. So these are irregular verbs which behave differently. Then which other one? Hide, hid, hidden. We won't say hide.
So all the verbs which don't have ed for past tense are irregular.
Not all, there is no rule to that. But
Most
there
of
are
them.
verbs which behave not in a regular fashion. Okay, so simple past, you add an ed at the end of a regular verb. Irregular verb forms are different, or by using helping verbs, like was a verb. I saw a play yesterday. She washed her car this morning. Did you complete your assignment? She was here for a class yesterday. So what is this? Something that happened at a specific time in the past. That is the simple past. This one. Then simple present. Simple present tense is used to discuss permanent situations and how frequently an event takes place. This tense typically involves the use of is or are or words ending with s, like we wrote here, plays, such as rises, comes, etc. I like to read books. The earth is round. So is the bus leaves at 10 p.m. Simple future tense has two different forms, will and be going to. Use will to express a voluntary action or a promise. I will send you the report when I get it. Voluntary means you are deliberately doing something. I will translate the email. I will translate the email so that Jerry can read it. I won't tell anyone your secret. So this is the negation. So will not. It's the contraction of will not. Be going to express a plan. He is going to spend his holidays in Jamaica. Who are you going to invite to the dinner? Here, don't be bothered too much about future tense. It is a simple present and simple past tenses that get tested most of the time on the IPM. Here you have perfect tenses. These tenses represent action that has already been completed. Okay, it has already been completed in the present, in the past, or in the future. It will have been completed by them. So present, this represents an action that began and finished at an indefinite period in the past. Helping verbs have or has. I have read the works of Vivekananda, which means what? I have read them, finished reading them. I have read them. She has sung in the choir since she was just 3 years old. The workers have painted the walls. They have finished painting. Past perfect, the verb is used with had to express earlier of the two events that occurred at different times in the past. The verb is used with had to express earlier of the two events that occurred at different times in the past. When I reached the market, the shops had closed. So what happened first? The shops closed and then I reached the market, correct? So the event which has taken place earlier is which one? The closing of the shops, correct? So that's where you use had. Another example, by the time I got ready, the taxi had arrived. So what does this mean? What happened first was that the taxi arrived. The taxi arrived before I got ready. So what the event that takes place first, you will use the had with it. Remember that in order for you to use the past perfect tense in a sentence, there must already be a simple past somewhere else in the sentence. Else the use of past perfect tense is incorrect. Like here, when I reached. So there is already, which tense is reached? Which past? Simple past. So that, see this use of the past perfect tense, there must already be a simple past tense somewhere else in the sentence. So here you have reached. Here, which is the verb which is in the past simple past? No, in the first part. Had arrived is the past perfect. So which verb is in the simple past in this sentence? Reach. Which one? I'm talking about the second sentence. Close. What close? Okay, second sentence. By the time I got ready, the taxi. What else? Had arrived. That is the past perfect. So To use past perfect, you need a simple past. So which is the other simple past? Got here. So that's what we are saying here, that because we have used a had clause, a simple past, we need another simple past perfect, sorry, had clause. We need another simple past over there, like in this sentence. समझा ना? Okay, then continuous perfect continuous tense. Progressive or continuous tenses express continuous or repeated actions. Present continuous verbs are used with am, is, or are to represent a continuing action in the present. Means it is going on. It is going on, it was going on, and it will be going on. That's the continuous form. It is raining heavily. I am traveling to Delhi with my mother. The children playing in the garden are making a lot of noise. Means that is happening now. Past continuous verbs. The verbs are used with was or were and represent a continuing action in the past. The machine was running when the power went off. The alarm bells were ringing loudly. So which are the verbs in the past continuous here? First sentence, which is the verb in the past continuous?
Running. Was running.
Yes, was running. The alarm bells were ringing loudly. Were ringing. Present perfect continuous. The verbs are used with has been or have been and represent a continuing action that began in the past and continues to the future. The masses have been hoping for a turnaround in their fortunes. Means what does the sentence mean? The masses have been hoping for a turnaround in their fortunes. They are hoping for something good to happen. Yes. The students have been taking classes from me. So it has started before and it is still continuing. Okay. Then, so here this part is clear. Tenses. Any doubts? Those online? No. Adesh?
No, ma'am.
Aditya?
No, ma'am.
Now we move on to active passive. What are we actually doing in active passive voice?
We change the subject and the object orders.
Right. We are changing the subject and the object order. What is the subject? The person is the doer of the action. And what is the object? Thing that is the thing that, yes, that is acted upon. That is acted upon. So when we change it from active to passive, we are changing it from the object, from subject to object. We change it from the object to the subject. What was done to the object by the subject. So our example, the cat is a simple example I'm thinking. Killed the rat. Yes, the cat is the subject. What did the cat do to the rat? The cat killed the rat. And what was done to the rat? It was killed by the rat. So we say the rat was killed by the cat. Yes, rat was killed by the, yeah. So voice is that form of transitive verb that shows whether the subject of a sentence is the doer of the action or has the action been done to it. Okay. Voice shows the change in the verb form, showing whether the subject acts, that is here, the subject is acting or is acted upon. The rat was acted upon. In a sentence, when the subject is the doer of the action, the verb is said to be in active voice. When the subject is the receiver of the action, the sentence is said to be in passive voice. So this is passive, this is active. An active voice statement always begins with the subject followed by the verb and the object respectively. So how was this? The subject, the verb, and the object. In an active voice statement always begins with this. On the contrary, the passive voice statements begin with the object followed by the verb and then the subject. So here object, verb, and subject. Rules for changing the voice. The object of the active sentence becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. So here the object has become the subject. It comes in the beginning. The preposition by is put before it. The main verb of the active sentence changes to the past participle. So which is this? This is the past participle. The form of the verb to be, am, is, are, was, were, being, been is placed before the main verb according to the tense. Here, the auxiliary verb is changed according to the subject in number and person. See here, how do the changes take place? One. Okay. So now let's try doing this. How does one pronounce his name? Yes. Aarti is helping Tara. Tara is being helped by Aarti. The kid has served dinner. Dinner was, the kid has served dinner. So dinner has been served by the kid. They didn't fix my phone yesterday. My phone was fixed by them the previous or the day before. Now that what you are saying, that will come in report. Yes. In report it remains. In passive it remains the same. Yesterday will remain yes. They were interrogating him when I called. Yes. He was being interrogated when I called. Now I'll tell you that by them, these are all indefinite pronouns, so those can be skipped. He was being interrogated when I called.
Then he had been called by me not to get interviewed.
Why you are complicating?
Because called will.
They were interrogating him when I called. So he was being interrogated when I called. They will hang him at dawn. No, sorry, one, I missed this one. I wondered why they hadn't invited me.
Why I wasn't invited. Why I have not.
I wondered will remain the same. I
wondered
why they hadn't been invited by. Had. They will hang him at dawn.
At dawn he will be
Uh-huh.
hung. At dawn he will be hung.
He will be hung at dawn by them, not required. See here, I'll come to this. How do I get rid of this? Here. See here. This is my notes. Yeah. See, how does one pronounce his name? How is his name pronounced? Aati is helping Tara. Tara's being helped by Aati. The kid has served dinner. Dinner has been served. You can add by the kid. They didn't fix my phone yesterday. My phone wasn't fixed yesterday. Okay, so that by them you can omit. Now I'm saying you can. It is not mandatory. So in case you write, my phone wasn't fixed yesterday by them, it won't be treated as wrong. They were interrogating him when I called. He was being interrogated when I called. Now here you can even say he was being interrogated by them when I called. But it becomes a little complex, right? It sounds not smooth. He, them, I. So that's why you can just skip that the pronoun indefinite. I wondered why they hadn't invited me. I wondered why I hadn't been invited, full stop, by them. They will hang him at dawn. He will be hanged at dawn. They won't be questioning him when you get there. So this is the future continuous. So you have the, in what way the particular tense changes when it's turned to act. So he won't be questioned when you get there. They will have replaced your car by 7. Future perfect. Which is the future perfect here? Will have repaired. So they will have repaired. Your car will have been repaired by 7. Infinitive. I don't want anyone to disturb me. Which is the infinitive? I don't want to be. Here it is don't, no? So in your answer also you will have don't. You won't say shouldn't. Which is the infinitive here? To disturb is the infinitive. Infinitive means to plus verb. To sing, to dance, to eat, to whatever, that is an infinitive. Perfect infinitives, they seem to have taken. So this to have taken is the perfect infinitive. So they seem to have taken it. It seems to have been taken by them, to have been taken. Participle, I saw the cat eating it. I saw it being eaten by the cat. Perfect participle, having finished my work, I went home. My work having been finished, comma, I went home. Gerund, which is the gerund here? I insisted on them paying me. Which is the gerund here?
Paying.
Yes, for paying, correct.
Yeah, gerund is
Paying. Why gerund is paying?
because of I.
Verb acting as noun.
What did you say, Aditya?
Verb acting as noun.
Yes, and it does not change with a change in tense, number or person. Like if you change it to I will insist. So what will it be? I will insist on them paying. It will remain the same. Or if you change it to they and the present tense. So they insist on them paying them or him, whatever it may be, or me. Huh? So paying is not, does not change. So that is a gerund, non-finite. So I insisted on being paid. Going to, he is going to sing Thriller at the party. Is he, it's a question. Is he going to sing Thriller at the party? So is Thriller going to be sung at him? Yes, at the party. No need to say by him. Then used to. Ram used to take care of everything. Everything was taken care by. Everything was won't come because here you have used was used to. So everything used to be taken care of. Okay, this also you have to remember. Don't ignore the of, the preposition there. Everything used to be taken care by Ram will be wrong. What is it taken to take care of something? So everything used to be taken care of by Ram. They can question him for 6 hours. He can be questioned by them. Yes, or he can be questioned for 6 hours. Could. It could have badly hurt you. You could have been badly hurt by him. Yeah, you could have been badly hurt. The papers say they may release him. He may be released. See, if you say he may be released, the papers say will be wrong. He may be released. Yes. The papers say he may be released. Even here, when it's may, this won't change to might. It will change to might when you're talking about direct, indirect speech. In direct speech, if it's may, then in indirect, it will change to might. Here it remains the same. Somebody might buy it. It might be bought. Now this by somebody again is indefinite, so you can afford to skip that. Passengers must wear seat belts. Seat belts must be worn. So remember, even when you get a passive like this, how do you change it to active? Changing it from active to passive is comparatively easier, but especially if you have a passive where the indefinite pronoun is not given, you might wonder what is supposed to be. Pay attention to that. They ought, now using ought to, they ought to forgive him. He ought to be forgiven. Which one did I miss? Should. You should have told me. I should have been told. What is the difference between reported speech and indirect? Reported speech is direct and indirect speech. What is the reported speech is when direct speech is what when somebody speaks the words directly. Inputs. Like a simple sentence. Yes, this will be a regular sentence where you're interchanging the object and subject positions. Direct, indirect will be what? What is your name? Pritha. Pritha, correctly spelled? Yes. Said. Say something. Pritha said what? I will not study today. Okay? Good. I will not study today. How do you feel? Yes. Acha, the others feel jealous. I feel very happy. She feels happy, the others feel jealous. Okay. Okay, so Pritha said, I will not study today. This is what yes. This is direct speech. Abhi indirect speech kya hoga? That she will not study. She won't study. She won't study. Yes. She would. Will changes to would. You'll have it now in your 12th. 11th. Will changes to would.
Pritha said that she would not or she
Would
not
not
study
study
that.
that day. Today will change. And you will add a that. Pritha
Won't will also be correct that she won't study. Or
preferably avoid.
not.
Yes. Said that she would not study that day. So what all have we changed? We have removed this comma. We have added a that. We have excluded the quotes. We have made a change in the pronoun. I changes to she. Will changes to would. Not study remains the same. Today changes to that day. So this is indirect speech. And this is active passive. Clear now? Because now next we have to do indirect, direct, indirect. So that confusion should be out. Like now for active passive, somewhere you were changing, I think, may to might or something. So that you don't need to do in active passive. Okay, we'll take a break now and then we can proceed with direct indirect. Those online, is there anything related to active passive or what we did tenses?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
Clear now? Okay. So we'll take a break of 5 minutes and then continue with direct indirect speech.